a choice, if you were to star in a film with an actor, which actor would you like to make your debut with?
I think maybe Aditya Roy Kapoor and Shah Rukh sir. Like, come on, who doesn't want to be in a
True.
SRK movie?
Absolutely.
Again, evergreen. To be honest, I never saw my dad crying. And that was the time that I saw him crying. And my mother always, she had the dream for herself and she lived it through me. But my dad, dads are always set aside. They don't compliment you much. That day, my dad hugged me for the first time in my life. He had tears in his eyes, and that made me feel like, yes, I've made him proud.
Of course, our team made sure that we had enough sleep and enough food for us to be able to perform. However, sometimes mentally, when you're mentally stressed, you also have that challenges that you need to face alone in your own bed. So we had to deal with a lot of that.
Hello everyone, I'm Nandini Gupta.
Hi everyone, I'm Shreya Poonja.
Greetings, this is Strela Thounaojam.
And you're watching us on ETimes.
Thank you so much for talking to us and welcome to ETimes. To begin with, congratulations. You made us so proud. It was so wonderful watching all three of you up on that stage, a couple of nights back and see you winning that crown. Tell us, what was the first thought that was going on in your mind?
Well, it was mostly a feeling that actually came out of nowhere, that is this really happening? Like, a dream of so many years and actually coming true that night. It was a magical moment for me, confetti flying up, people cheering. It was the last evening and of the whole 40-day pageantry. And yes, it was like a moment I still live even today, sitting here having an interview with you.
Wow, that's amazing. No, I'm sure you must be feeling truly special. But Shreya, what about you? What was that one thought?
Well, it took a couple of seconds to actually realize that they've announced me, and my reaction, like we were previously discussing, was I was ready, there, and I couldn't hear the name because I was so overwhelmed with the feeling of being in the top 6, and I'm clapping. There's been an announcement and the crowd is cheering, I could hear loud cheers and I just started to clap. And then everybody on stage turned towards me and I heard somebody saying Delhi, and that's when I realized 2-3 seconds later that, okay, probably I was the person announced. And that's when I took the step and walked towards the stage, and I think the feeling was too good. It was ecstatic, magical, truly like, living your dream. And yeah.
Right. Stella, what was the first thing that you did after winning the crown?
After winning the crown, I cried. And that was one of the purest form of emotion that I could really bring out of myself. And those tears were something very pure, dreams. A dream that I really thought that was impossible for me to dream of, even dream of. And then it was coming true right in front of me. It's unfolding. And I think those emotions were really pure.
Absolutely. But talk to us about the fun that y'all had post the pageant, in the sense that how was that night, if you can?
Well, that night was magical, to be honest. I won't lie on that fact. All three of us were in our own joys, celebrating each other, first of all, and then celebrating ourselves. Also, there was proud on each other's parents that, okay, their daughters have done something, they have made proud. They have, not only them, the whole state. I come from Rajasthan and people now think of me as their inspiration. So after the pageant, it was more of, hugging each other. Like, it was a time that we digested the feeling that, okay, this finally happened.
Right. What was the reaction of your families?
I could see my parents, from afar. And as they made their way to the crowd, I saw Nandini's parents there before my own parents.
And to be honest, I never saw my dad crying. And that was the time that I saw him crying, my mother always, she had the dream for herself, and she lived it through me. But my dad, dads are always set aside. They don't compliment you much. That day, my dad hugged me for the first time in my life. He had tears in his eyes, and that made me feel like, yes, I've made him proud.
That's beautiful, actually.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but talk to us about the kind of preparation that went into those 40 days, because I'm sure there were many challenges and a lot of hard work.
Yes, a lot of hard work actually. We had call times of early morning, and then we would come back very late. Of course, our team made sure that we had enough sleep and enough food for us to be able to perform. However, sometimes mentally, when you're mentally stressed, you also have that challenges that you need to face alone in your own bed. So we had to deal with a lot of that. But on the flip side, we learned a lot of things that I felt was necessary, not only for the beauty pageant, not only for this pageant, but for life as well. I got to learn a lot from Shreya. I got to learn a lot from Nandini, from all my 29 sisters. And I think that was something that I would cherish and take for my whole life.
Absolutely. And Stella, you're one person who has been talking very openly about mental health. What is it that makes you speak about it, and why is it so important for all three of you?
So the thing that I faced when I was 8, 9, epilepsy happened, all those things happened. But when you are really struggling and the people around you have this conception that you're doing this for attention, very sadly I had to deal with that. And then people coming up to me and making jokes when I was having the seizure, their children making the same act in front of me, and then them laughing, which looking back, I think it was just childish thought for me to really be affected by that. But then again, me as someone who has faced that, I would understand what people who actually are facing right now, because I have seen what they've seen. The ceiling of your bedroom when you lie immobile in your bed. It's such a huge world in itself, and I have faced the fear that they are facing right now, and I think it's very important for someone to really speak up about it. I was shy when I first opened up, very very shy, and then I felt that people would start to say that you were disabled for a while, and then that those type of discrimination, I feared that. But then the response that I got till now was only on the positive side. So I think it's very important for us to really speak up about these things.
Absolutely, and it's really brave of you as well.
Thank you so much.
But talk to us about your fitness and food and diet that happened in those 40 days. Were you all given good food, and how much?
Well, it was a balanced diet that we all had. It was nothing like don't eat this or don't eat that. It was that the team made sure that we are having everything in proper proportions, because we need to have carbs, we need to have proteins, we need to have fats, and that is how balanced diet is maintained. So it was very easy for us, because it was how exertion that we were facing mentally, physically, and even sometimes even just having a breakdown in ourselves. Okay, there are good days and there are bad days, and there is no denying that. But yes, the team made sure that we had everything. I mean everything, and it was us also who actually kept checking on each other that are you
Being
eating? Are you
responsible.
eating? Yes.
Nice. Talk to us about the wave. When in those 40 days did you learn to wave, your winning wave?
No, not as such. I mean, we would actually do this
All
just
the
in
time.
in front of like
Each other.
mirror, and like moving and doing it, even walking down the corridor and just ringing the bell and like
Yeah, it's almost like everybody,
Everybody
knew
did
it
that,
already,
yeah.
and used to, walk past each other with a wave and,
Yes,
just
and
have
just giving
slight
up a flying
fun.
kiss to all
So
the
it was,
girls.
all
Gosh.
in light fun.
It was, yeah.
Then
It
did
wasn't
we
that
know?
we were like got teachings or something. It was just we did out of like telling all the girls that hi, I'm Miss India.
Right. Just talk to us about the future. Films, entertainment. What are you guys looking forward to?
Well, a lot. Like I earlier told, in my introduction on the finale night, I had been working, and the camera, in the most true sense, is, the love of my life. And everything I want to do in life has to do with the entertainment industry as a whole. And there are plans to also, someday have my own entertainment firm. But for time being, I'm really looking to diversify my skills, learn, get the right opportunities. Obviously, Bollywood.
I hope
And
Bollywood's listening. Yeah. Interesting. And if given a choice, if you were to star in a film with an actor, which actor would you like to make your debut with?
so I think maybe Aditya Roy Kapoor and Shah Rukh sir. Like, come on, who doesn't want to be in a SRK movie?
Absolutely.
Again, evergreen.
Yes, but you're a
Yes.
Salman Khan fan.
Big, huge.
Nice. So I hope you get to see him soon. And what about you?
Well, it would be Shahid Kapoor and Ranbir Kapoor, and now after finale, Kartik Aaryan.
The list is just
Let's just
Increasing.
whenever the
increasing.
opportunity, just grabbing it out.
Yeah, but talk to us about your experience of sharing the stage with Karthik and Ananya and all these wonderful people who were there to cheer you on. In fact, even Karthik posted
Yeah.
a
Yes.
picture with
Yes.
all three of you.
Well, it was a beautiful experience with them, getting to know them and in person and seeing them on front, because they are such down to earth people. Like, of course, they are the like stars in the industry, but again, so down to earth people. We loved how how we all top 7 was standing and we had our moments with them. So yes, it was a very beautiful moment, and thank you to Miss India organization for having them with us.
Well, thank you for talking to us. And it was wonderful chatting with all three of you. All the best.